Welcome to my another trade vlog. Today is March 7th. I would like to go over the trades for today. I'd be rather quick rather than extending, wasting much time. Let's get on to the trades quickly. So before I start the day, I do couple of things. One of the things that I do on a regular basis is to have the level set. So you can see these purple lines that I've drawn, the horizontal lines. These are levels based on the previous night session. Since the market opened Sunday, I just marked the highs and lows so that that'll help me in taking trades as well as more than trading trades. It helps me in finding the targets or places that I should not be taking trades. So let's look at the trades that I took today. So you can see here, I went today the entire day. The only thing that we can do is short. You can see the chart here on for the NQ. Throughout the day it has been continuing down to trend down. There was no indication anywhere that it was going to reverse, so all my trades for the day is short. So let's look at the first trade. The first trade was around 811, where I saw momentum to the downside. Let's look at why. So the price had gone down after the open bell. It had continued to trend down, and after 8 o'clock I usually don't take trades until the first 30 minutes. So after 8 o'clock you can see a couple of candles still stayed below 200 EMA after crossing over, and then the CDV started pushing higher and it hit 8 CDV. So when there is a good flush, usually from 8 CDV it flushes again. So that's when I went I went short here. It was a good entry, and then I think within like 4 minutes it hit my target, and then I was out. And let's move on to the next trade. The next trade was around 841. Let's look at the reason for that. So 841. So this is where I took the trade. So if you look at it, this I always take the trade when it is pushing higher. So I took the trade in this candle when it was pushing higher. As you can see, it was taken at 592. So somewhere around 592. Yeah, this one. So somewhere around here. And then it immediately started going down. But it was not a clean trade because I should have ideally waited for it to touch the 80 EMA. But what happens is, sometimes when there are days where the momentum is so high, it flushes after, sustaining a moment, and then, it flushes hard. So I don't want to miss the trade. I know it is going to go down and there is no indication of going up. So I took the trade here. But one important thing I did not check is the overnight resistance area here. You can see that is the reason, even though it tried to flush, it just shot back before hitting my 50 points target. I think I was close enough, if you can see here. So we were from 92, so almost like another 10 points and we would have hit the target. But then this is one of the days where it doesn't hit your target and then goes back and hits the break even, because once I'm in 25 points, my break even set gets triggered automatically. The next trade was the 0 ATR. This is a classic trade where we get these setups placed over and over again. So you can see here I went long around 910. At 910 you can see this was the place where I went long, because the reason for that is 21 CDV. But then market tried to go down, but then it went up again. And when I saw that it is nearing the 0 ATR, I took the trade again. At 0 ATR I averaged it out. I know after this it is gonna play around and flush. This is a double confirmation with 21 CDV as well as 0 ATR. So I took couple of contracts, and then both of them flushed and took the profits. So this was another profitable trade. clean setup and then clean flush, and then I'm out. And the next trade that I missed was this. You can see here it went to 0 ATR again. This happens, I've seen this happen when there is a good downtrend days. I see this happen where from 0 ATR it doesn't flush to 3 ATR, rather it comes to 2 ATR and then bounces back once more to 0 ATR and then flushes to 2 ATR. So but I was out. I believe I was in a meeting or I drove out, so I could not take this trade. Let's move on to the next setup that I took. So you can see this was after I came back after picking my kids. So this was around 11:33. So at 11:33, let's look at 11:33. So here, so I took the trade here. You can see here again the same concept, flush and then holding in the same area. So I went ahead and took the trade here, but then that did not flush hard. So what happened was, it flushed 25 points and then it hit back. So it hit my break even. But then, once after that candle, it started going to 0 ATR. So once I saw that it is going back to 0 ATR, I just wanted to take the trade. I took a position way earlier than I wanted to, and the fill was bad here. And then, once it went back higher, I took the average down trade for 0 ATR, and eventually it gave me the target that I was looking for. And usually I scale out at different levels, but this time I scaled out here, not because it was some specific reason here, but it was by accident. And once that was done, I have already had 3 winners and 2 break evens, and I've made a good money for the day. So that's the time to stop. So I did not trade further, but then I can go over the setups that had occurred after I was done. I was done here. So you can see after that there was a setup where it was at 8 CDV with 0 ATR and then flushing, and then another one again above 0 ATR and 21 CDV. If I had to take among this, I would have taken this one because this one is 8 CDV and 0 ATR, and this one is 21 CDV and 0 ATR. This has higher probability for a flush, as you can see here. So this would have been a better trade after that. After that, every time it came to 21 CDV, it flushed hard. You can see it here. Every time it came down, it flushed hard, and then eventually towards the end of the day, it flushed even harder. But then I don't trade the last hour, so it was an alright session. So that was it for the day. So in total, I had about, I think, 5 trades with 3 winners and 2 break evens. It is not every day that you get winners, but you take what you get, and this is a good day. And I hope you also had a good day. Let me know in comments if you want to learn anything more about the setups, or if you want me to improve on anything. If you like the video, subscribe and then click the like button. Thank you.